going on, guys? It's Kirk from LaneFlix Media. I got Tommy here with me.
Yo, yo.
And for the first time in LaneFlix history, we're doing a double feature. And today we have, on Halloween, the Monster Squad from 1987, directed by Fred Decker. Critters from 1986. And I don't remember who directed that. First, we're gonna do Monster Squad. We're just kind of we're gonna go through the movies and just kind of do mini reviews because I don't want this to be terribly long. So, right off the bat, Jay, Monster Squad. What do you think of it? You like it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot for sure.
What? Because I know you're more into like me, like more into like the 80s sci-fi horror stuff. Did you like the portrayal of the old monsters? Like, did you like how...
Big time. Well, and then again, like, I haven't seen... Because you've seen the movies from, like, what, the 60s? Of the actual monsters.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, the original creature, which we did on the HorrorFest, was 54, but then all the others pretty much were in the 30s, 40s.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
they go way back.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, okay.
Yeah, I think the first one was Dracula, was 1930.
Man.
So, that's almost 100 years old now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, the ones from the 60s were like, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. And they went back and forth playing, like, they would go, like, Christopher Lee would play Dracula, and then Peter Cushing would play Van Helsing. But then in a different movie, they would play, like, Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
They were,
But they always worked together.
I know back in the day, it's like if you liked monsters or horror, that's like pretty much all you did. You'd be in like every monster or horror film. It's like...
It's sad because, yeah, both of them are were fantastic actors. And then they both got typecast into being Star Wars characters. Because Peter Cushing was the guy. Remember they recreated him for Rogue One. That kind
okay, gotcha.
And then Christopher Lee was, of course, Count Dooku. So it is sad, but to me, it's kind of cool.
Well, it seems like it's their passion. Like we were just talking about Bela Lugosi earlier.
Yeah.
And after me and my granny were talking about him, I looked up all the movies he's in, and he was like literally in like any monster movie. Or any monster that we know about, he was in that movie. Like Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman.
Yeah, because I know in Frankenstein he played Igor, right?
Oh, did
I think? Yeah, I'm pretty
okay.
sure he played like the little monster helper sidekick character.
Sweet.
Yeah. But I mean, he was in a bunch of stuff,
oh,
dude.
Like when you say a bunch, like I was literally scrolling for, and this is scrolling, reading the movies for a good like 5-10 minutes. Just oh god, he has a resume.
Well, because I mean, yeah,
he has a resume.
He moved into, it kind of happened with him too. He moved into like the cult 60s stuff, or 50s, 60s stuff with Ed Wood. You know, that's what Ed Wood was all about.
Oh, so was Ed Wood producing a lot of those? Like a lot of his...
There were a few, yeah. Like there were a few at the end of his career that actually, like the movies they were working on in the movie Ed Wood, they were real movies.
Oh, they were actual. Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah. Getting into Monster Squad, basically the whole setup of the movie is, there's a group of kids. I don't even know where it is. It's like, I don't know.
Do they say?
I don't know. It's a suburb somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just like not a small town necessarily, but not like a big city either.
Yeah, definitely not.
But it is, let's see, 4 or 5 kids that are really into like nerdy monster. Like they love Godzilla. They love, like we were talking about, Bela Lugosi, Dracula. They love just all kinds of that like weird, creepy crap they had out. Like they make a whole scene of a joke about the Friday the 13th movies, like the son and the dad talking about him. So it's these kids that have an obvious love of horror and stuff like that. The one kid has a shirt that says Stephen King rules.
Yeah.
So, and then the other side of the story, the bad guys, Dracula is gathering the Universal monsters to pretty much like gain control of the world, I think, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it pretty much seemed like it. Like,
yeah, I don't know if they like say that, but like when he Tommy's over here shaking his head.
Dude. It was also weird because remember he was like when he like not resurrects, but when he gets Frankenstein out of the box, he's like, I need you to do this for me. I have to sleep soon. Doesn't he say something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, like Dracula, I guess in this mythology, he has like a slumber every so 100 years or whatever, so he had to do it that night, like that Halloween night. So
Okay.
there was just a lot of like cheesy, like the fact that they live on 666 Shadowbrook.
Yeah.
And all that. It's just like, alright, come on.
It wasn't cheesy enough to be like, oh, alright, this is...
No,
you know
it
what I mean?
wasn't
But
bad.
it didn't stick out. Exactly.
It was cutesy. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, like that's cute. It seemed like the kids made the movie.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. Actually, yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I was just gonna say. It seemed like if we were watching it from the kids' perspective, so it didn't.
It's like, oh man, that's such a scary dress.
Yeah.
Like, that's creepy. This
scary German man. Like that is so
German
funny.
guy, yeah. So anyway, Dracula's gathering all the villains together, and throughout the movie, it's just the kids. The main kid's dad is a cop, and so he, being a police officer, and his colleagues are trying to figure out the situation. And there's just some really like fun and creative stuff. Like there's the whole monster club scene, like the first scene where
you mean the treehouse?
Yeah,
okay,
where they're first trying to get the cool kid to be part of their group.
Yeah.
And then,
even though he already wants to be, he's...
It's really funny, yeah, because by the end of the scene, he's like, am I in or what? It's like, oh man, that's funny. Like, I don't know, just like the family stuff with the mom and the dad, and like the cliche, like, you never make time for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
real shit, though, you know.
Real shit, but like, a little bit too heavy for this movie.
True.
You know, like...
It's almost like they kind of did away with it because it got a little too, like, you know, away from the movie. Because in the beginning, it was kind of heavy with that. Like, weren't they going to see a marriage counselor or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got kind of...
Yeah, that's why she gets mad at him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his partner calls him when they get the Wolfman.
That's what it is.
Or no, it's when they get the mummy. The mummy goes missing and they're like, what's going on? And then the guy, the buddy cop is like, he's like, did you take him?
Oh,
yeah. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I'll put the actor's name here. I'll put a picture of him because he was really great.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
He was the funniest part of the movie. And like, I don't know, just his lines, like, and the way he delivered them, that was the important part. It wasn't just that he had funny lines, it was his charisma in delivering lines, you know?
Big time, big time.
But, yeah, so I mean, it's a movie that is really fun. It's not something I want to get like terribly into because just watch it. I think it's free to watch on YouTube right now. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you have any appreciation for like the old school monsters, if you like Stranger Things,
or if you just want to get into like the Halloween spirit, I mean,
yeah,
these, you know,
yeah, no, it's a good Halloween movie. That's why I put it on the list this year. I was trying to put maybe not the most obvious choices, but
right,
the like just all around good movies to watch during the Halloween season. Maybe not like the best scary movies ever made, but and some of them, like I would say Evil Dead and The Exorcist, and Creature from the Black Lagoon are some of the greatest horror movies ever.
And I think it's good that, you know, you don't have like, oh, the greatest Halloween hits, just because, like, you know, even though it's the holidays, you don't want to get too invested into something. Sometimes you just want to watch something.
Yeah, these are both Monster Squad and Critters are both easygoing, just fun, entertaining movies. Like, you don't have to sit there. Like Critters, we talked through 80% of Critters just now.
Yeah,
but we still had fun watching.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not
like you don't have to worry about it having like, what's the deepest.
It's not intellectual.
Yeah.
What was your favorite like look, like design of a monster in Monster Squad?
Wolfman.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just because like he looks so like weird, and I don't know, like normally they all look the same. Is pretty much what I was gonna say, but like Wolfman, he looked like distinct in this movie. Because I mean, other from Wolfman, the rest of them pretty much look like themselves. You know, like look how they look back in the day.
Yeah, Dracula looks just like he has the Dracula costume. Frankenstein is a little bit more like realistic.
Yeah, Frankenstein is more like human.
Yeah,
yeah.
Creature is definitely scarier. Because the old Creature was... That's kind of the beautiful part. Yeah, that's kind of the beautiful freaky part of Creature from the Black Lagoon is the fact that it could be just a creature that these people like invaded its territory.
Right.
So it could just not be evil.
Yeah.
You know, that to me has always been the beautiful part of that movie.
Even in the movie, like for some reason Dracula is like definitely evil, but like other than that, like even like the Mummy, it's like they're not like, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, I don't get like a
I think that's why they had all of them follow Dracula, though,
yeah.
you know, because Dracula's the most evil.
The most evil, right?
He is, and I think, you know, just because he has, like, the whole devil mantra about him. You know, he has that swagger that I think made him, like, I don't know, he's more intelligent, he's more, like, willing, I guess. Like, he has a plan, usually. And the other monsters are just like, we're monsters.
Yeah, because I mean, I think like fucking 20% of the monsters on the team speak. Isn't it only Frankenstein and like
Frankenstein says words?
He says like words.
Yeah.
I forgot they're teaching him how to speak literally.
Yeah,
in the movie,
he says bogus. That's the most clever thing Frankenstein's monster says.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
We gotta get that right. That's a joke they say, or not a joke, but a question they have for the guy in the movie. Like, is it Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah, that's been echoed all throughout history, like ever since. You know what I mean?
Ever since the first guy that fucked that up in a newspaper, that's been a joke.
He probably got like fired for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah,
Johnson, what is this shit?
I have to say, Frankenstein was my favorite monster in the movie, though, just because, of course, he helps the kids, and you know,
he ends up being cool.
Yeah, and then his bogus line, he like kills Dracula. It's like, come on, like,
it's pretty great.
And he's just giving me like giant vibes from Twin Peaks for some reason, giant slasher race. So
he's tall and lanky,
you know, little weird speaking dude. So
yeah, I really like Monster Squad. It's a movie I've watched since I was a little kid. One of my family's go-to quotes for a funny thing around Halloween is "Wolfman's got nards."
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like it's
Wolfman's got nards.
Yeah, the whole movie they're arguing about whether or not Wolfman has testicles, and it's proven by the end of the movie whether or not Wolfman has testicles.
That's so funny, dude. That is a weakness, hey.
If you've ever wondered if Wolfman has testicles, this is the movie for you.
This is the movie. Your wildest question will be answered.
Anyway, so you would recommend Monster Squad to your average?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Like I said, I love the movies where you don't have to get too invested. Even though it's nice to get really invested into a movie, but the movies where you don't have to get too invested and it's still a good movie. It's not just like...
Yeah, this is further in the direction of entertainment than even Trick or Treat is.
Right.
Because Trick or Treat still has little details and little, like, stuff going on that, like, you could watch it as a puzzle or you could watch it as entertainment. This is just, like, just have fun. You know,
big time.
For sure. Alright guys, we're back. We're talking about Critters from 1986. The mom from E.T., also one of the witches from Lords of Salem, which we did earlier in the HorrorFest. We're connecting to all the HorrorFest episodes in this one.
You know, that movie was so crazy, I forgot you told me that at the beginning. Like, Critters is so crazy, I forgot she was literally one of the witches from Lords of Salem.
And she's just so pretty in this. Like, she's not creepy looking.
Yeah.
Like, she just looks like a beautiful mom.
So she's the witch that's like is at the front desk of the hotel all the time? Or like that's always with Rob Zombie's wife? The blonde hair?
No, not that one. She's the one that has the short hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one who's like, oh, she's all giddy all the time, and great, you know what I'm talking about.
Definitely.
She played the mom in E.T. She was the mom in some other 80s movie, so she was like the mom in every 80s movie.
Literally, hey.
And then, she was on other stuff too, but then we also have notable actors in this. Billy Zane from Titanic and Twin Peaks.
Oh man, he was in Titanic also.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
He's the, like, rich asshole character in Titanic. That's why I always hated Billy Zane. I hated Billy Zane for years.
Yeah.
Because I was just, that's a dick guy. That's the guy who's dick in that one movie.
And I remember I was saying, like, because I don't know. The first time I saw him was Twin Peaks and now this, but I was like, I wrote him off as, like, not a real actor just because, like, he's a pretty guy. So I'm like, pretty boy. He's probably in a couple movies and he left, you know. But, it turns out he's a good actor, though, right?
If you think that, watch his... Well, watch all of Twin Peaks, but watch his bit of Twin Peaks. I like fell in love with the guy watching that show. I was like, wow, he's really good in this. Like, he's actually a good character. He's a nice guy.
Big time.
And then watched Demon Knight, that I also did recently on the channel as a request, because he's fucking great in that.
So he's a good villain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dude, yeah. Like it's. I mean, it's you know, it's based on Tales from the Crypt, so it's not like.
Well, still.
You know, it's not Edgar Allan Poe or like Shakespeare, but it's pretty fucking good. Did you not watch my Demon Knight review, Tommy J?
I'm sorry. All the fans are gonna like fucking destroy me for this now.
Cancel Tommy
J. He's a fucking phony. He's a poser.
Get the guy. Yeah, you're a phony.
Big fat phony.
Big fat phony. Anyway, so back to Critters. The movie opens with a spaceship escaping from a intergalactic prison.
On an asteroid.
On an asteroid.
Yeah, on an asteroid just floating through space.
Just, just on an asteroid. It's on an asteroid. It's fine. So then the guy, I guess the warden or someone, the president of space.
They really don't give us any, like, it just starts and we're there, so.
He sends these two bounty hunters, these like, I would say like metamorphizing, like changeling bounty hunters, and they pretty much tell them like, hey, these things are really dangerous and blah blah blah, and we're gonna give you these guns and we want you to shapeshift and then go down and kill them, like just terminate them. So then they're like, all right, fuck it. So then what?
They're like, all right, fuck it.
All right, fuck it.
He throws them the guns.
And then they decide to shapeshift into like well, basically they're studying like Earth culture,
right?
And they like watch all these. It's a classic.
Yeah,
Earth
like
times.
Pop culture.
That's weird. A cliche in the movie, but yeah, you see them like find different people to morph into. And the one guy, he morphs into this like rock star guy, and the other guy is like, "Oh, nothing likes me," and it's like one of my favorite lines.
Yeah,
in the movie. I love that part. But then we get back to Earth, and the critters are slowly creeping into this like family's life, and I think they're out in the barn first.
Yeah,
right, because that's where the girl, the daughter, and then Billy Zane, they go out there. He's like, well, what do you think I need to see a barn for?
Oh God!
I was like, yeah, that was Tommy J's favorite line.
Yeah, why do you want me to go see an old barn with you? Like, that was horrible, bro. Like, I know you gotta play the game though. You gotta play the game.
Maybe he is playing the game. You're right.
Hey.
So up to this point, we haven't seen the critters yet. What did you think the critters were gonna look like?
Oof. I mean, because at first you see the bounty hunter guys, so I thought the critters were at least going to be some, like, humanoid, type thing. So, yeah, when you first see... Because the first that you see of them is, like, a ball just going across the screen. So, yeah.
I think you just see it go across the road.
Yeah, the road, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then even from there, you're still like, all right, I see a ball, and now what's the actual critter going to look like? You know what I mean? And the actual critter is pretty fucking... Yeah. Pretty creepy, actually. Like,
yeah, it's the people that did this also did Ernest Scared Stupid, that was the most recent one I did before Trick or Treat. They did the goblins in that, and in this, yeah, they did the critters, and then they, I think, directed also, but then they did the clowns for Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Okay.
Which we still gotta watch.
And I was gonna say, I don't mean to pit this against like Gremlins, but I feel like these are creepier than Gremlins, especially if you go to like their final stage of transforming. Like the Gremlins were creepy when they got bigger, but when these things get like fucking ape size and critters, like it's pretty fucking terrifying.
To me is to critters as the thing is to E.T.
Okay.
Like that's how I look at it, and because the monsters are creepier. And B, it's fucking funnier.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's way funnier than Gremlins.
Yeah.
Maybe not Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 is probably a better movie, but I would say the first Critters is a better movie than the first Gremlins. I'm saying it.
Gremlins 2, like I said, is chaotic. That's the vibe I was getting from it the entire time. It's like, what the fuck? The entire time.
Bounty hunters come to Earth, and I think the first place they go is the church, right?
Yeah, the first like actual place they go, yeah.
Because the guy gets to Earth. Oh yeah, they get to Earth right when the cop gets like fucked up by the critter.
By the critter, yeah.
Because they go over to the guy, and the guy who can't decide what to morph into morphs into the dead cop.
Yeah.
And he's like
Strangely.
all bleeding and stuff. Yeah, it's really weird. But then
that makes sense now. That's why he had all the
blood on him.
Okay, I was like, why does he? I thought maybe he just got fucked up
because he morphed into the attacked guy.
The attacked cop.
Yeah,
okay, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be weird if you're
because they were kind of really focusing on that like gash on his neck and shit, and I was like, what? Like what? Like but okay.
He got fucked up by the door.
Like an old lady on the piano.
Yeah. But yeah, so then here we see that the guy still can't decide who to morph into because he morphs into the priest.
He morphs into a lot of different people.
And then like the poor fucking old lady playing the piano.
Yeah.
She's playing the piano and she's like, "Oh my god, Johnny, is that you?" And then he turns and fucking blows her piano to smithereens.
Yes,
dude.
Like after she because she looks and then he morphs into someone else and she like passes out into the priest, right?
Well, he morphs into the priest and then he morphs into the mentally challenged guy.
Oh yeah. He said, "When the aliens are near, it makes my teeth hurt."
So we have Andy, Randy, and who would this be? Dandy?
Dandy.
It's Dan, good old Dandy.
Oh, man.
Yo, I gotta tell you something real quick, and I don't give a fuck if I'm gonna put this in the episode, because you guys can wait and listen to the story, because it's good. So my parents are watching this show called The Guest Book.
Okay.
And it's got Will Arnett, which it's the guy who voiced Lego Batman.
Okay.
And then he was the asshole magician brother in Arrested Development. He's been in a bunch of stuff. It's about this couple that tricks people into getting sober.
That tricks people into getting sober.
Yeah, like people pay them like to trick their loved one to get, like basically, like for instance, they'll trick someone into thinking they crashed their car with their kid in the back seat. Because they were drunk.
Gotcha.
And then, like, it's like, it usually takes them to hit rock bottom to change their lives.
Right.
So, and then they get paid for it. So, that's their profession or whatever. Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, this show kind of reminds me of My Name is Earl.
Really?
Just because of the tone. Because it was weird and, like, it was a little dark and it was funny.
Right.
And then I look at the producer and it's Greg Garcia, who is the creator of My Name is Earl.
Of course.
Who created the guest book. So it was really... And then that was the show. You remember I told you I saw Crabman in an episode?
Oh, wow.
I saw Crabman because literally the other day I told Tommy J, I was like, I just saw Crabman pop up in an episode. And you were like, dude, no way. And I was like, yeah, it's a really recent show. I don't even remember what it was.
That is awesome.
Guest book, yeah.
That is awesome.
Which is cool because that means he's friends with the Greg Garcia guy. So
Greg Garcia is the new Lynch.
So
all my homies are gonna eat.
Anyway, I just had to share that with you because My Name is Earl is like that's our bro show.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
like Twin Peaks, I would say is a really close second. Dude. But My Name is Earl is still like
we were like jits like obsessed over that.
Yeah, dude, that was the first show I think we bonded over.
He literally
so, yeah, for sure. So getting more. No, you're good. Getting more into critters. They blow this church to smithereens. And then you find, basically, the critters are infesting the family's house.
Yeah.
And they're in, like, the basement, and then the dad goes down there, and he's trying to, like, deal with them, and then the family's like, "Oh, Dad, are you okay?" Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "No."
Dude.
That was, like, really... That was actually kind of tense, because I was like... I forgot if the dad died there.
I was gonna say I thought he was gonna die there, and then it was just gonna be like, oh, mom and family fending aliens.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was intense.
Like the dad gets like bitten on his like. I thought it was his jugular, but I think they tried to make it seem like it was the shoulder. But in the shot, that thing was like I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he gets like spiked, like gets shots with one like the quills.
Oh yeah.
God, yeah.
That was the first time they actually show you like one of them shooting.
Yeah.
Out too. Yeah.
It is horrible.
One of the things I told you at the beginning of the movie, because I think you mentioned the effects to some degree.
Yeah.
I was like, man, these effects are really good. And I said, all this movie has are good effects. And then you were like, yeah, this is good effects to the movie.
The movie, yeah. And what made me mention that was when the first alien or bounty hunter or whatever is transforming into the rock star guy. And then
the
it
face
goes from,
like
blood.
melts
Yes.
on top. Like it reminded me of
Yes.
Return of the Living Dead. I don't know if we watched that yet, but Return of the Living Dead, they accidentally popped this capsule with a zombie in it.
Oh, that yeah.
You remember?
Yes.
And like they show in the credits, they show
it's
the,
like the reverse
face
of that.
like melted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks so familiar, but that is literally what it's from.
I love Return of the Living Dead. Oh my god. Yeah, this movie literally has only good effects. Like every bit of it. There's no like. I think there's CG stuff when there's like spaceship shit going on.
Yeah, that is the only
or
one.
like maybe not CG, but whatever they used in the 80s.
Back in the day, yeah.
And
the only time I really noticed it was at the end when the UFO like goes back into space. It looks a little wonky, but it's like it's not a big deal, you know. But
it was like Star Trek, like 80s Star Trek level effects.
Yeah,
it was pretty fucking good for this type of movie. Like, but all the practical stuff, like, and all the blowing shit up, like they blew that whole fucking house up by the end of the movie. I was like, this is glorious, dude.
When the bounty hunters come and just blow the entire front of the house off.
It's so good.
That is crazy.
I love Critters so much. So yeah, like, I mean, all in all, did you have a favorite part of Critters? Did you have a moment where you're like, or an effect, or like a line or a scene?
I still think my favorite effect is the face being like,
yeah,
for sure. Like the face being like them morphing into, and I know that's at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
that kind of got me hooked into Critters.
That's cool. Yeah.
My favorite scene, just because it creeped me out the most, but when you see like the full-sized critter dragging the chick into the spaceship, I was genuinely like,
just that quick little like 2-second
yes,
shot.
I'm like,
and he takes a couple steps.
Yes,
up
bro.
I was like, did you see the size of that fucking
yes,
thing?
like that genuinely, and when the kid's like running from him in the spaceship and like trying to escape, like that's genuinely scary.
Yeah,
shit.
dude, when he was running from him and like.
That is genuinely scary shit.
What you said, bro, that was so funny. If you guys ever just want to laugh while watching the movie, watch the movie with Tommy J, because he'll make you laugh at some point.
I gotta talk some shit during the movie. I'm sorry, guys.
But yeah, so anyway, really enjoyable effects. I think if you feel like Gremlins is a little bit lackluster, check this out. Because like, if you like Gremlins as a kid and you want something with a little more, like literally more teeth, but also a little bit more teeth,
like literally more teeth,
then check out Critters, because it's pretty good.
Yeah, because it's, I don't even know. I saw like the Gremlins, and like I said, I do like the movies, but after seeing Critters now, it's like, ooh, Gremlins, you better step it up. Like, because I see there's like, what, 4 Critters movies?
Yeah. I've seen Critters 2. I tried to start Critters 3, but 3 was hard. Like,
oh man.
Because so check this out. This is actually a really interesting thing. The guy his name's Don Opper, who played the mentally challenged guy in this movie. Don Opper, who plays the guy with the fillings in his teeth. I think by the 3rd film is writing the film, and then I'm fairly certain he wrote and directed the 4th one. So like that's how far they fell.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They had the guy with the fillings in his teeth writing the fucking movies.
The guy who was getting signals from the fillings in his teeth.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fair enough to say, I think the Leprechaun movies are still better. No, I'm just kidding. The best Leprechaun movie couldn't fucking compare to Critters.
Yeah, bro.
No Leprechaun movie has A, the effects, or B, the explosions. Like,
yeah, they don't. Yeah, it's just kind of...
It's just more entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all in all, really good movie. I wanted to pair this up with Monster Squad because it's 2 of my favorites. I wanted to introduce Tommy J to both of them. We had watched Monster Squad before, but I think we both enjoyed revisiting that one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so if you had to pick one...
Ooh, you're gonna do this to me out of Monster Squad and Critters?
Yeah, out of Monster Squad and Critters. If you only had the time before you go trick-or-treating tonight to go watch one movie of these 2, which would you recommend? Anybody of any age, everyone, literally every person.
Ooh, fuck. And is this just what I like more, or?
Yeah, like what you personally would be like, what you think most people would enjoy more.
Ah, man. I'm gonna have to say Critters.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Critters.
Okay.
I don't know. I've just seen Critters, and like we'd seen Monster Squad before, so I don't know if that's unfair or not. But
okay.
Yeah, Critters just seems like more entertaining. I don't know. Maybe it's because I got freaked out too by the monster dudes. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still
it's a little bit
playing
more,
in my head.
It's a little bit. I think it has a little bit more freedom for creativity. So,
right. But then,
like,
as far as
Squad, like they kind of tied themselves down with having which I don't think I could pick.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
hard,
try to.
bro.
I'll try to pick in a minute. I'm thinking.
I was gonna say, as far as like you said, like you know, you're about to go trick or treating. You're trying to get into like that Halloween spirit. I may have to pick Monster Squad for that, just because it is like like monsters.
That's what I think. That's where I was gonna go with it, but
it's so hard, bro.
Because
like,
Critters is a more entertaining movie, like pound for pound.
Yes.
But Monster Squad is like the perfect. I mean, up there with Trick or Treat, because I think Trick or Treat is the best, but is up there, I think, with like one of the best movies to get into the Halloween mood. Like,
yes.
To get into that mindset.
Because like I said, you got like the monsters, like
we agree. We literally agree. So Critters is more entertaining.
Yeah.
And Monster Squad is a better Halloween movie.
Big time.
Okay.
Big time.
There you go, guys. Yeah, so please like this video. I've been like getting no likes, and I really would appreciate it if you guys would like it, because we work really hard.
We'll track you down. Get that fucking IP
We
address.
will find you. Listen, we've done,
We got some friends in Anonymous.
We got friends in, what'd you say?
So we got some friends in Anonymous. They'll hack you.
Yeah, we'll hack you, bro.
We'll hack you, bro. Like our shit.
Yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you guys thought of these movies, if you've seen them. If not, go check them out. Like I said, Monster Squad's free to watch on YouTube. I believe Critters is free to watch on Tubi. It's free with ads, but it's free.
Hey, it's free.
So yeah, go check them out. Come back and comment what you thought, and let us know if you want us to do Critters 2. So that does it for the 2021 LaneFlix October HorrorFest.
Sir.
Tommy, I think you've been here for over half the movies.
Oh, sweet.
And have you enjoyed it?
Yeah,
You had a good time?
As a whole, definitely. Expanding my knowledge of horror.
I was going to say, have you discovered a new favorite from this, or no?
Out of all of the...
Yeah.
A new favorite. I guess I have to go back and see what all we...
Because we did Lords of Salem.
Right.
We did Evil Dead 2. We did The Exorcist.
I didn't really like The Exorcist.
And then we did... I guess these two. Right? I think that's it.
Yeah,
Oh, and Trick or Treat.
And Trick or Treat,
Yeah, but you had seen Trick or Treat. So yeah, so no new favorites though.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But at least a good, like, I think a good spread of like the history of horror.
Big time.
Evil Dead 2 is a really big deal for horror movies. Exorcist goes without saying.
It definitely, and like how I said, it expanded my knowledge of it. Now I'm starting to see where like people just kind of take from the older movies a lot now and just kind of put it in their movie. But yeah, it gives you a better understanding.
Yeah, sure. And there's there's a big difference. I mean, I'm sure people listening like movies, so they probably know this, but there's a big difference between influence and just copying.
Yeah, big time.
So
big time.
Yeah, I've had a really good time. This is something I've been meaning to do for a few years now. This is like a horror fest and like a little playlist of horror movies. So it's really gratifying for me to have said, that we did this.
I feel like it's a pretty good mix of movies too, because like normally, like a horror fest, normally I feel like if we would go to anybody else's page or something, it would be all like slashers. Like, you know what I mean?
I have a movie from every decade except, from the 50s on. So from the last half century, last 70 years, there's a movie from every decade.
Nice.
So, I think there may not. No, there's a 90s one, there's an 80s one, there's a 70s one. Yeah. No, there's not a 60s one.
Which one was the 90s?
The 90s there were a few. There was Army of Darkness, there was Ernest Scared Stupid. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Like I said, these are not like my top 10 horror movies or whatever, but these are all movies that I think are good for, October. and getting ready for Halloween or watching on Halloween.
The October movie playlist.
Yeah,
definitely a good little.
That's I wanted to put a list together that, like I said, maybe isn't the greatest, but are just all fun.
No, yeah, definitely.
All good in some way, and then a couple in there that were classics. So. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. You guys really don't have any idea how much we appreciate you guys coming back every time, listening, liking, and commenting, letting us know what you guys think.
Listening to us bullshit here.
Yeah, because I mean, like we're not professional movie critics. We're not, licensed. We have a small production company, and we do little short stuff. We're just film geeks.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you guys listening and joining our conversation because, it means a lot. It's kind of what we're all about. So.
And it's good to just, see other like-minded people. So,
And different-minded.
Different
people that disagree, too.
Right.
Like, it's nice to hear why people feel differently than we do, So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, thank you guys again so much. And November, we're going to be focusing on double features. So we got a couple really good ones coming for you guys. The first one I will tell you guys is going to be 1983 David Cronenberg's Videodrome and 1988 John Carpenter's They Live.
Yes, sir.
And that is something that we kind of thought up recently, but we recently rewatched both films, and are going to compare and contrast the two. That is going to be our first double feature duty, is what the program's going to be called. So.
And that'll be a fun video for sure.
We're going to have a lot of fun with these double features. So we're going to do, I'd say at least 3, but we might do up to like 6 of them for November. So we'll see how the month goes. But that's going to be the next big video we do. And I'm going to try to get a Boss Geeks out on Halloween today too. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a safe and really fun Halloween. Drink responsibly.
Check your candy.
Always like Sam says, always check your candy.
Yes, sir.
Happy Halloween, guys.